Welcome and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Greg M here with your sports report. Outside on my back patio, drinking my coffee. Watch the last of the events. 5,000 meters, women 800. Let me start with the women 800. There was field events, but I'm just gonna cover track. Let me see if I can. The finals. Well, I need to update this thing. Let me update this thing here. All right, so final results for the 800. Odira Lillian 154.62. She set the championship record. Hunter Bell ran a 154.90. She came back strong this year. That she set out the season a long time and came back, got a silver. Keely Hodgkinson 154.91. Moore 155. Like the commentator said, a bunch of women on the sub 156. But fast run. These women are getting better and better and better. Won't be long before you see a woman run 152. If this keeps up, the tracks keep getting faster, lighter weight. Dynamics with the development of the lightweight spikes. The type of training methodology. But anyway, good run by the 800 meter runners. Of course, my homeboy yesterday, Navaski, set another Jamaica national record, ran another 142 and change again to break the Jamaica national record. He finished 7th, first time making the finals. But the men's 5,000 meter too, Cole Hacker came with a heck of a kick, right? 12:58.30. Belgium second, season's best. And then France. He outkicked the Ethiopians and the Kenyans. Normally the Ethiopians and the Kenyans seem to be up there. So every couple of years, the changing of the guards, not everybody win consistently. Some do. But every now and then somebody take it away from them. But all right, I know everybody waiting for the relays there now. I'm going to go into the relays. But as a matter of fact, let me see who. Wow, shot put still going on. I just want to check if any of my homeboys from Jamaica in it. Nobody. All right, the 4x4. What a race, man. It was pouring down rain. They ran the men first, and you see the results. Botswana got to come back at them and take revenge and beat them. The rain didn't create a championship record setting or world record setting, but still, 2:57 fast in poor conditions. US came back strong. They changed up the team, and Wright Benjamin, man, he's a good 400 meter runner. I mean, I'm surprised that guy don't run some more flat fours to be competitive, like a Sidney McGuffin, Levroni. But I think, his chances to make an impact in the flat four is gone now. So he's going to stick to the 400 meter relay, hurdles. South Africa came back, in my opinion, 2:57. Of course, Belgium, 2:59. Qatar, my home country, Jamaica, finished 7th. In this case, 3:03 is slow. You have high schoolers that can run 3:03 these days. So Jamaica still have a long way to go to find 4 consistent 400 meter runners in sub 45 and sub 44. And now we're going over to the women. Who thought anybody would beat the US? Nobody. I figured Jamaica would put up a good run on some of the legs, but then even if Sidney McLaughlin was behind and within striking distance, nobody would have been able to hold her off at that 47 speed. But Jamaica did good. Kudos to Jamaica. Jamaica placed 3rd overall in the championships in medal count. Little Jamaica, little but we tell her what them say. And you see the value of that statement for Jamaica every time when we see us on the world stage in these major events. Jamaica ran 3:19, the season's best. Okay, the prelims they did 3:22, and 3:19 pretty good. Hopefully, Nikisha Price is the only one here that I know of ran 48, and she turned pro about a year and a half ago or so, and she's still finding her way. I hope she can get down to the low 48s and 47s by hopefully next Olympics. And John Paulino and Sydney McLaughlin, Leveroni. Netherlands, everybody thought maybe the Netherlands might run for second, but Jamaica was too strong for them. And there's the rest of the finishers, 3:22, 3:22, and Norway 3:23. France finished with 3:24. That's a season best for France. Norway national record, wow, 3:23. Season best for Poland, bunch of season best. And then we get to the women's 4x1. I was kind of hoping my home country Jamaica would be able to pull it out, but it looked like they had a little hiccup. And be mindful now, it was raining, so batons. I was worried that there are going to be people dropping batons or having to make too much adjustment. Jamaica look like they had to make a little adjustment between the twins, between second and third, but still a good run. Shelley and Fraser Price, Tina Clayton, Janelle Smith, 41.7 best. Season's best for them. Season's best. With the veteran at 38, bowing out with a silver medal. So that's a nice little high, You can't expect superhuman performance at 38. You know what I'm saying? Not to say it can't happen in a rare occasion. But she bowed out with a medal. One more for the road. And she got it in the relay, boy. Team effort. If only the Jamaican men could have just got it together like that. Germany finished with 41.87. 42 Britain. Spain 42. France 42. Canada 42. Everybody else. Oh, Poland got DQ'd. Wasn't even paying attention to that. But those are the top two. Melissa Jefferson, of course, gave them a heck of a start. But Jamaica wasn't in it for the first three legs, really. It's just that that little bit of adjustment that had to go on with Tina Clayton, I think, slowed down a little bit. But they make a heck of a comeback, That's rather real estate. I mean, they ran down Sha'Carri Richardson, man. And got that 40. You can see, look how close it was. 41.75, 41.79. So kudos to Jamaica for getting the silver, man. We get 10 medals now, and third place in the top, beating big notch, big old countries 10 times bigger than us. And then the men's, of course, the US took it up. Why? The rain are no nerves or anything, obstacles stop these man. These man pulled out a world lead in the rain, 37.29 world lead. They would have been able to test the Jamaica world record if the conditions was better, to be honest with you. They could have probably at least, or maybe the championship record. But, they're knocking on the door of 36. So it's just a matter of time. Canada, consistent. You can tell one of the athletes, who was it? It was Blake. He looked a little angry. Like he wanted to beat the US, man. But that's how it is. But they ran a season's best. Netherlands 37.81. National record for the Netherlands. Ghana 37.93. Germany 38.2. Japan 38.35. France 38.5. Oh, Australia didn't finish. So some people had issues. But boy, the US has been more consistent now than Jamaica. And Jamaica is usually, men's and women, we usually prideful. We run a lot of relays. A lot of these guys that make the national team run high school relays, the Gibson relays. A lot of development meets where we run relays. Area meets where we run, like championship meets, central champs, eastern champs. But when they put a national team together, they just seem to can't click. Even though I'm listening to different news, I was watching TVJ and the analysts, them and their coaches was saying Jamaica have had some camps. And they were practicing in Italy and wherever else. You know, they ran a race before Japan, and that's how they got that qualifying time. But come race day, I don't know if it's nerves or what, the pressure in the heats. You know, I'm not going to knock them. I already figure that, you know, everybody has done knock them. But they need to get it together. That's all I'm going to say. Guys got to learn to have situational awareness, learn how to, you know, figure out what's happening on the ground around them when, you know, when the incoming runner is coming to them. If things don't look right, must have a backup plan. Lay down some caution. Yellow light should be going up, and just sometimes it's just better to play it safe and then rely on that speed to hopefully come back and take a win in that case. But everybody pretty much hit on the point what went wrong. But I just think a lot of guys need to learn how to use the situational awareness, learn when to make adjustments if something don't look right, as far as the incoming guy or the, you know, not coming in fast enough, or the outgoing guy need to learn how to keep his hand out there, or throw his hand back a little early if you can't hear the guy. You know, all kind of different things. I could name off a number of different things. And the number one thing, don't ever stop coming into the incoming guy, to the outgoing guy. Never let go of the stick until you're sure the outgoing guy has the baton. You know, don't get too anxious and take off too early. And if you do realize you take off too early after the first 2-3 steps, you know, don't start looking back, but go ahead and just throw your hand back. But the incoming runner must also be coming in. Don't ever stop running. I mean, everything has been said. All I have left to say about Jamaica is, man, get it together. Athletes, start learning how to think it out. You know, you have to still, you know, I know you throw everything out the window and just focus on going down the lane and trying to get the best pass, but sometimes you have to still be aware what's going on. Otherwise, you can't make that adjustment, because in the East, the US didn't have a good change. I mean, Coleman had to hold the guy on and make the adjustment and put it in his hand. He can't run up on him. But he did what he had to do. I mean, if Jamaica have to start doing something like that because they've been having shaky handoffs, poor efficiency, they may get it right in practice and then get out on the race day and just can't get it together for some reason. The first 3 legs was fine. But you can't rely on speed alone. You have to learn how to, where you're at in the zone. You know what I'm saying? Hand positioning. Learning how to, you know, make adjustments as far as when the lead runner take off too early, call stick early, or whatever y'all say. Take off running, you can't hear the man, throw your hands back. You're going to automatically slow down. But keep your hands out there and don't feel for it. Sometimes I think it's a trust issue when you start to feel for the stick. But anyway, enough said. Just get it together, Jamaica men's team. The women did, and they're always able to pull out a medal. They don't win gold all the time, but they're always able to pull out a medal. I know this because I ran in 2 Olympics for Jamaica. 4x1 84 as a high schooler, coming fresh out of high school. Second leg, we get second. And I had to use all that situational awareness. 84, we didn't get a medal, but we finished 4th in the final against the odds. 2 of our top guys got hurt, Andrew Smith and Raymond Stewart. And it was me, Chris Faulkner, Clive, Wright, John Muir. You know what I'm saying? We weren't the fastest people in the world or nothing, but we finished 4th in the world because of baton efficiency. It wasn't perfect because we came that close to getting our bronze. But I've never dropped a stick. I've had races where the anchor guy dropped a stick, you know, and I felt like the coach shouldn't have put that guy in the anchor because he tend to be taken off too early. I keep feeling for the stick no matter how much you practice. And sometimes you just have to put them either on the start. I'll leave them after relay and put the guys, put maybe the slower guy, not too much slower, but the guy that next fastest in the race and who can handle the stick. it might start to get to a case where you just put the guys who is not the fastest, but the guys who can handle baton exchange efficiently and have the intelligence, know how to think and make adjustments and correct things without dropping the stick. You know, the ones who are aware of what's going on and are consistently, you know, adhering to the strategy, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to just, we have to have the 4 fastest guy all the time. Because in this final, all them teams didn't have the top 10 guys. It was the US and Jamaica with the top 10 guys. And maybe followed by Canada. But Jamaica wasn't in it because of baton efficiency. No matter how we have the world champion and the second fastest man in the world. You know what I'm saying? And that might be something, if Jamaica, if anybody listening, you know, start working with guys who, if you had guys who were handling the baton better and more consistently, getting it 9 times out of 10 right, and the fast guy, the 1 or 2 fast guy can't get it right, you only get it 2 times out of 10 right, you might want to go with the guys who doing it efficiently and consistently and seem to know how to read the zones and everything, you know what I'm saying? The exchange zone and to make the adjustments and know to trust the incoming runner, trust each other. That's another thing. If you don't have no trust, you're going to always be feeling for each other. So, not feeling for each other, but you're not going to have your hand there, out there in place, knowing that the guy, incoming guy, partner, your teammate is going to get it in your hands. But at the same time, incoming runner need to know, don't let go of that damn stick, man, till it's right there, till the guy grab it out your hand, solidly. That touch and then let go was a big mistake. Oh, I must say this though, I think I've heard someone say, watching the race over and over again, it looked like Kishian. I couldn't see where his tape was. It's possible he might have taken off a little bit too soon. And he was so at the end of the box, it was no time to make any correction or adjustment. And the incoming guy just figured, you know, he touched his hand and was hoping he grabbed the stick, I guess. At that point, you know, he probably, even if he got it in his hand, they would have probably got disqualified because they were too close to the end zone. And even if Kishian got it and finished the race and even win the race, they probably would have got disqualified. You have to make those adjustments early in the box. You know what I'm saying? Which means, again, situational awareness. But just my take. Just my take. But, you know, I leave with this. Use only the guys who can handle baton exchange efficiently and do it right consistently. It's not always going to be to the fastest guys that you have to use. That's just my take on that. If your fastest guy can't handle it, put him on the start, man. Put him on the start. That's it. Anyway, kudos to Jamaica. They did well. Much better than the Olympics last year. And Jamaica's consistent regardless. All the athletes from Jamaica and all the athletes in the world that made it. Medal, set records, you name it. Congrats to y'all, and glad, you know, the top athletes finished the season healthy. And next year will be a half year, so we'll see what happens. Maybe more challenges to the women's 400 to see if they can break the world record this time in good condition. Because I think Paulino is not going to forget this. She know her potential now. It took Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone to push her. With that strong finish, she knows now she can break the world record, but Sydney McLaughlin knows also that she has that talent to break the world record too. So, and Nasir is going to be coming because I'm sure she want to be like, hey, I want to get into the sub 48s too. You know what I'm saying? 200, that's going to be a hard task at this point. Now, I don't see anybody touching 19.2 or, you know, 18.99 or 19.1 Usain Bolt record, unless I start to see more 19.3s and 2 performances. But we'll see. But that's it for now. Just want to end it right here. Season's pretty much is over now until next year. So we'll talk again if something else comes up.